Against the masses. This man served as the Secretary General Emeritus, former Secretary General of the CDC in the wilderness, in the revolutionary stage of the CDC. This man also served as the former lawmaker of Yetro Desert Mahet. That man is not a person, but a revolutionary international people. Moses Ultima Akaros.
Zeko, CDC Zeko. Cha-cha. Cha-cha. Mali coalition for democratic cha-cha. Sumonti. Sumonti nade. Sumonti. Kilkini nade. Bebeti nade. Sumonti. Sumonti nade. Thank you very much. Our distinguished illustrious stand-up of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, President Weah, our distinguished Speaker and highest ranking official in government of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change and members of the CDC Legislative Caucus, our distinguished Chairman, Secretary General, and members of the National Executive Committee of the Congress for Democratic Change, the Chairman of the Liberty Party, Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict, our distinguished Chairman of the Legislative Caucus of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Chairman Emeritus of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, Honorable Nathaniel Falo Magid, our veteran and member of the Governing Council, Chairman Emeritus of the great National Patriotic Party, the legend himself, Chief Suriali, members of the platform, members of the great Coalition for Democratic Change, members of other political institutions, the religious community, our distinguished members of the Fourth Estate. I'm honored today, you know, when I will call my Secretary General Jefferson Koji to be here. I made it my duty to come here today. My reflection of the history of the political established militancy of the Mighty Congress of Democratic Change is a focus from this pedestal and this spot, this headquarter, about 19 to 20 years ago, when we took on the mantle of authority on this ground to guide the process, when we were called thugs, when we were called gangsters, when we were called uneducated people, we made a decision in the history of this country to produce the leadership of this country. Some thought it was a bluff. Some thought it was a joke. But where I stand today is where we all stood. Some of you who are 20 years old today, at this moment, you were on board of the generation of the struggle, and you met the struggle, and today we are proud that you are in development of the struggle. The history of the struggle of the CDC is second to none. Let me repeat. The history of the struggle of the CDC is second to none. I remember vividly, exactly 19 years ago, when the CDC was robbed of the 2005 elections, when the cookies was stolen from the cookies jar. The late Papi Solo was put on the murder in front of the United States Embassy by disgruntled Carlos, members of the State Security Forces. Few weeks in 2005, our people were shot at on this party ground. Bullets were placed on our people. People got wounded. I remember a boy who was shot on this party ground by 8 p.m. And he used to live in Rototown. He lived and bear the scar of the revolution. Another female was wounded here at the same spot in 2005. Her hands got broken and subsequently she passed away. May her soul rest in perpetual peace. By 2011, between 2005 and 2011, the party was challenged. There was mass deflection of some of our best. The party was under attack. It took the young cadre, the foot soldiers, men of revolutionary substance. Some are on the platform today and will pass an instruction as Assistant Secretary General. I remember the history of Kato, of Hannibal Katish. He told his son, Hannibal, the greatest African general, he said, the Romans are your enemy. Swear to me in a synagogue that you will fight the Romans and you will never surrender to them. We took an oath. Young revolutionary cadres, males and females, because the party felt betrayed. The Serif-led administration was slashing jobs and cash and political coalition, arresting our people arbitrarily, putting them behind bars. The CDC got challenged. We broke the storm. We challenged the status quo. We never surrender. The first 6 years we never surrender. 12 years we never surrender. And this party will never, with emphasis, ever surrender to the evil forces. By 2011, 3 of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberia National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately. Kuma was murdered on this party ground. The boy was killed and shot at. The standard bearer and the vast standard bearer in the Hammer Jeep, they shot at the car to execute CDCIANs and CDCs. We bear the scar of the revolution. We don't want to reflect on the number of times we were arrested and went behind bars. I don't want to reflect when Jefferson Koji went behind bars. I don't want to reflect when our former parties involved by murder went behind bars. I don't want to go on those reflections because those are sad moments. Once you did not comply with the administration, you became a target. Between 2011 and 2017, the CDC again became a target. Militants who stood and bear the scar of the reality, may their soul rest in perpetual peace. James Gray, a Mata general, the late Muna Penonyon Block, a soldier and a Mata. Long live the revolution! Long live the revolution! Long live the revolution! Long live the revolution! We never surrender, we fought. There were moments in the history of the country. Nobody thought that a Muna Peno who comes from a Parthian background will become a representative. Nobody thought an Akawas Gray who came from the slums and ghettos of Ras Spring Valley will become a representative. Nobody thought a Thomas Father who is the Deputy Speaker of the Republic of Liberia today from the Presidency will become a Deputy Speaker. If we can be, you can also be. We took the state democratically, constitutionally, and politically. But 2023, all the lies, the deception, the sanctions, and I want to say this to the all and I apology. If Nathaniel Maguire was down on sanction, the CDC will maintain power today. Our guys were being targeted. The targets of our best. They cannot provide the evidence. They try to destroy a young man at Jefferson Koji, a militant, a son who sits in the center of my mind and not my heart. Because those who think with their heart are not smart. You must think with your head because that's where the thinking capacity is. Unity Party think with the heart, CDC think with the head. That's the difference between us. Amanda! I must consider this as targeted sanctions against our people. They fought us domestically and internationally. I want to say to all CDCIANs here today, power is not giving, power is taking. The CDC will take power 2029 constitutionally and democratically. Let me repeat, power is not giving, power is taking. And the way we take power is constitutionally and democratically. Let me turn the pendulum to our militants, our soldiers, our representation in the legislature. Mr. Speaker, we made a decision to make you our leader. You are the leader of CDCIANs and CDCs. And you are the leader of the Republic of Liberia, entrusted in the first branch of government. The message is clear. It's written on the wall. If you touch Fonati, you touch CDC. There are only 17,000 votes dividing us. Let me repeat. Only 17,000 votes. For Fonati not to be speaker in Liberia, let me repeat. It's for CDC to decide. To forcefully, to brutally, to unconstitutional attempt, then I mean there is no way. Then I mean there will be a dissolution of the first branch of government. The revolution in Kenya, the people move to the building. We can move. In fact, you are in decision number 8, so you are protected. We don't need to borrow any more things to move in. Amanda! Mr. Speaker and Mr. Chairman of the Legislative Caucus, you have a mandate. You have no choice You represent us and you represent Liberia. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Voice populaire, voice de me. Mr. Speaker, I want to say to you and to the caucus chairman, you, the both of you, you have the support of the Liberian people. No political party, whether you like it or not, you don't have the United Party does not have the numerical strength that the coalition has. Mr. Speaker, fight on. Mr. Speaker, fight on. Mr. Caucus Chairman, if you were alone, will stand up. Remember, Mr. Caucus Chairman, you led this party to a resounding victory. Nobody can test you. You cannot be expelled. To expel you, Mr. Chairman, is to expel the CDC for the Republic of Liberia. Amanda! 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 The reason why the militants are speaking for you today, we are hungry, we are angry. Mr. Caucus Chairman, there's no way they can bring a yellow machine to the country. Mr. Caucus Chairman, it is not budgeted for. And there's no ratified loan agreement. Mr. Chairman, if the majority will walk or embark on the session and become the disruptor, you have no obligation, Mr. Chairman, you have no choice. They cannot usurp the function of the legislature, Article 34D. Mr. Chairman, they cannot. Even the assets Baga declared. Baga forces declared and Section 10.2 of the Code of Conduct of Baga, sir. The law says first declaration of removal. That the only punishment rated by law. First declaration. Impeachment. Put the impeachment bill on the table and one against him. Why you shake one? Amanda! Amanda! Anybody else? Amanda! 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 Mr. Chairman, the reason why I speak to you more, Mr. Chairman, Amanda! 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 Mr. Chairman, we are with you. Mr. Chairman, the militants are ready to fight. 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 Mr. Chairman, look here. With all the stand-up power, with the ring, unannounced. Look at the people that are here. No political party can invoke the spirit that we have. Amanda! 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 Mr. Chairman, why you may answer? Mr. Chairman, the reason why you see we keep fighting with you people, because our future depends on you people, Mr. Speaker, and your future depends on us. Mr. Speaker, you have no choice. Mr. Speaker, you have no choice. You have a responsibility to fight on. Amanda! 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 I've been wishing I gave me 5 minutes. You see the people? And the popular mandate of the Liberian people. Amanda! 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 Let me also use this occasion to appreciate Mr. Benete. Mr. Benete, you are not ordinary man in the legislature. Whether you like it or not, besides being a political leader, you are opinion leader in Liberia. Mr. Benete, you people have the majority. Mr. Benete, your national political identity with the masses. You are a citizen. Make no mistake. Amanda! 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 You know, Mr. Benete, you represent the masses in the market. The party represent the faces of the masses. That's your identity. I see my papa, Chief CDCIANs shaking your head. Because the people who treat us, when we fall, we not happy. But For Mr. Chairman of the Party Congress for Democratic Change, the Coalition for Democratic Change. Mr. Chairman, let me say thank you. It's not easy to lead. Mr. Secretary General, members of the National Executive Committee of the CDC, let me say thank you. I want to say to sedition, please, your lawmakers have assured that they will fight on. Please don't attack them. We get the people the benefit of the dancers, more coming past now. Please. We got Foko, we got everybody here. But in closing, because all of us got to speak. In closing, I want to say to sedition and seditionists, 2029 is our time.